Clevino, and I'm here just to help you a little bit with the logic. When we have logic here, all logic statements have two parts. There's an if, this is your first part, and a then. If, then. Okay, the part that comes after the if in our original statement is the hypothesis, and we call this the P. And the part that comes after the then, we call the Q. How I would write if P, then Q, I would write it like this. If P, then Q. We do the P, an arrow, and a Q. So now, if I did this as an example, so if I made an example of this, if I finish my geometry, then I will graduate. We have an if and we have a then. I finish my geometry is your P. Then, what comes after the then is your Q. Now, when we write these sentences, this is our original. Our converse is just a flip. You're going to write the Q first, and then the P. So this sentence would be, do the Q first. If I graduate, the I will graduate is the Q. We put that first. Then, here's my if, here's my then, I will finish my geometry. I took the same two parts, except when I did the converse, I just flipped them. I put the Q first and the P second. And that's all you need to do. Find your two parts, and when it says converse, flip them. Make this one go first and this one go second. That's for the converse. For the inverse, we leave them in the same order, but we say not. This means not P, then not Q. Not. Okay, so I just put the words, I just write it the same way, except I put my P first, my Q second. If this, then this will happen, but I add the word not. If I do not finish my geometry, same order, then, see, I still have both parts. I have two parts. Then I will not graduate. Same thing, two parts, except when you do your inverse, you just add the word not for inverse. But the same order, P, then Q. And the last one you're going to be tested on is contrapositive. Now this word's the longest, so we do the most to it. We flip it and add the word not. So it ends up being not Q, then not P. So I'm going to flip it and use the word not. So my Q's right here. I'm going to put that first, but I'm going to add the word not. If I will not graduate, then I did not finish my geometry. Not finish geometry. Okay, the same thing. We have the two parts. We have the if and we have the then. I will graduate is my Q. That comes first, but I make it not Q. I did finish geometry is my P, except I add the word not. So every conditional, all of these statements will have the two parts. Make sure you put both the parts in them. It's just what order you put them in. Okay. We have the converse, which we flip, is a flip. So you do the if, the Q. Wow, that's a G. That's not a Q. If you put the Q part first, then the P. This part, then this part. When you write the inverse, you keep it in the same order, but you're going to add the word not. You're going to negate it. You're going to say not P, then not Q. And then the last one is the longest one, so we do the most. Contrapositive. We say not Q, then not P. We flip and add the word not. Okay? I hope this helps you. I want you to go back over that worksheet and try it one more time, writing your sentences and looking for the sentences with the two parts. Circle, underline, and label, and I know you've got this.